my highest ground. Till I reach my highest ground. Till I reach my highest ground.
You have an album? Do you? Okay, well, bring it next time. Hi, welcome. I'm Lucy Witt. I'm a minister in training with Cityside, and I'm really glad that you're here today. And also, our live streamers, hello out there. Glad you're in your jams with your coffee, but think about coming down here once in a while, okay? So if you are here for the first time, we want to welcome you. And we are about practical spirituality that you can use to create the life you want. We embrace New Thought and Wisdom Paths and are affiliated with Centers for Spiritual Living. We practice a philosophy rather than a religious doctrine, which is based on the teachings of Ernest Holmes, author of The Science of Mind, as well as other New Thought teachers, both past and present. We honor all paths, and we absolutely respect and practice oneness. What we are really about is we provide a very supportive community where you can explore your own spiritual path and connect to the wisdom and spirit within you. So please join me in speaking our vision and mission out loud. It's in your handout. So it starts with, we envision an empowered community that is living in a world of unconditional love in action. Our mission is to create safe spaces to explore and deepen our faith, grow in spiritual relationship, and connect with our authentic nature. We are also a social media friendly church, so if you see somebody doing something on their phone, that's very, very cool. And please just turn your ringers down, of course. We appreciate everyone sharing about Cityside, either by the live stream link or posts that you are here. You can also check in and let people know you're here. We need to get the word out, so just help us. Our theme for October is Divine Connection, and today the wonderful Reverend Darrell will be sharing about trusting love. Now, in my former life, I was a tech manager at a big Silicon Valley company called Cisco Systems. And I had to deal with a lot of irate customers yelling about why my network is down, why didn't I get the right part, it's not, your diagnosis was wrong, la, la, la. And I was a point of escalation. You know what that means. The higher up you go, the person, me, I'm kind of at the middle level. So my manager tells me, I don't want to get an escalation about this stuff. You fix it. So what I learned about trusting love is as the customer was ranting at me, which I let him do, I let him rant. Took my headset off, let him rant because they were yelling. I would say this, I am love, I am respect, I can solve your problem, I have the answers. I am love, I am respect, I have the answers, I'm empowered. I trusted love with them, and guess what? Are you done ranting? Yes. Thank you so much for all those great details. Now, I'll tell you what I'm going to do for you. Boom, boom, boom. And guess what? What was starting to go a little bit crazy, calm, centered, when I said, I can help you. I am empowered. I trust love. I trust love because I love people and I like to help people. Change the energy like that. I love that. So I'm so anxious to hear your talk. So I want you to stand up now and meet your neighbors with an icebreaker. Today's icebreaker is, are you a baseball fan? And who are you rooting for in the playoffs? We know the Cubs and Sox aren't in it, but that's okay.
Find our seats again. I don't know if I'm going to use this stool today. Hi, I'm John. I'm holding prayer and meditation for us today. So, good morning. It's our moment to go a little deeper and do some spiritual practice together. So, I'm going to start with this reading that Reverend Darrell has provided for us this morning because it's so beautiful. And this is a reading, this is written by Ernest Holmes. So, I just ask you to just breathe and take in these words this morning. I believe that love is at the center of everything. Therefore, I accept love as the healing power of life. I permit love to reach out from me to every person I meet. I believe that love is returned to me from every person I meet. I trust the guidance of love because I believe it is the power of good in the universe. I feel that love is flowing through me to heal every situation I meet, to help every person I contact. Love opens the way before me and makes it perfect, straight, and glad. Love forgives everything, unlike itself. It purifies everything. Love converts everything that seems commonplace into that which is wonderful. Love converts weakness into strength, fear into faith. Love. So with these words, I just invite you into a moment of meditation, just a few minutes. Just close your eyes and focus on your breathing. Focusing on the breathing helps our human mind, give our human mind something to do while we rest in this love truth, this love energy. So I just invite you to allow yourself to be loved in this moment. How good it is to be in the silence together, to be in this field of love energy, this unconditional love that is the all, that is the alpha and the omega, that is the center of all that is. Recognizing and knowing because it is all that is, I am one with it, or I must be. And as I am one with this unconditional love, this power for good, I know that each person here, each person on live stream, each person watching this recording is absolutely one with this power of love, this joyful, unconditional power of good. And I just know from this place of recognition and unification, I just know that for each person here, just receiving this love blessing in their lives in ways expected and in ways unexpected. We just say a special blessing upon our friend Reverend Darrell as he speaks today, just knowing that he speaks in and through and from this place of love. I just say a blessing upon all the hearts and hands who come together to make today possible, that knowing in their service they are expressing their love through their gifts and talents, and I know that they are truly blessed. I just say yes to this love. I say yes to it unfolding in all ways, just knowing it is. And so I confirm this by simply saying, and so it is. Amen.
Good morning. This is a very beautiful song that I hope inspires you, and I also hope that it sets you up for the wonderful talk that we're expecting this morning from Reverend Darrell. The words I have to say might well be simple, but they're true. Until you give your love, there's nothing more that we can do. Love is the opening door. Love is what we've come here for. No one can offer you more. Do you know what I mean? Have your eyes really seen? They say it's very hard to leave the life that we once knew. But there's no other way. You see, it's really up to you. Love is the key we must turn. Truth, the lesson we must learn. Freedom, the flame we must burn. Do you know what I mean? Have your eyes really seen? Love is the key we must turn. Truth is the lesson we must learn. And freedom, the flame we must burn. Do you know, do you know, do you know, do you know what I mean? Have your eyes really seen? Have your eyes really seen? Do you know what I mean? Have your eyes? Have your eyes? Have your eyes really seen?
If your eyes haven't seen, your ears have heard. Once again, give it up, please, for Bobby and Greg. Good morning, Cityside. Those in the house and those in your house. No matter where you are, no matter where you be, I know and affirm that the love of life, the truth of possibility is right where you are. Would you agree? All right. So this theme of the month, cultivating the divine connection. I am so grateful to be speaking here today for a couple of reasons. One, I was actually scheduled to speak next Sunday, and I am going home to visit my family. My father is a bit challenged in his health journey, and I just feel the need to go down there. So I'm very thankful to the Cityside staff and to Reverend Amy for switching so that I could speak today, because I still wanted to share this message about trusting love. Cultivating the divine connection. So this is what I wrote as kind of the teaser. The best way that I can cultivate divine connection is through love. That's what my personal understanding is. From this place, cultivating a divine connection is not about changing anything in the world, rather finding connection to love, God, truth, peace, possibility, etc., regardless of the happenings in and around us. Cultivating and maintaining a divine connection in spite of what's happening allows us to stay in our power and grounded in the divine. Cultivating a divine connection is practicing love always. To always practice love, you must trust it. So the question is, do you trust love? We are quick to say yes. But there is a phrase that has been with me since the moment I started this principle study. Yeah, but. Right? That's the humanness of who we are. Yeah, I trust love. Yeah, but that one time, except when, well, I trust, yeah. I'm to the best of my ability, I have started to fast from social media. Because if you want to practice not trusting love, just go online. And you will quickly be given many, many reasons that the world is nothing to trust, right? So I have noticed that I have been called by social media to not trust what I know in my heart and know in my mind. And I think social media is a beautiful thing. I'm grateful for it. I'm so glad that some of you are sipping coffee in some sweatpants right now, wherever you may be. There was someone here from Georgia I saw earlier. So it's not a bad thing. And we have to do what we need to do to stay connected, to continue, as this theme of the month pushes us to, cultivate. Think about that word, cultivate, right? When we grow something, we don't throw it in the ground and all of a sudden it pops up. You have to cultivate it. You have to develop a relationship to it. You have to water it. You have to give it attention. You have to tend to it on a regular basis. It doesn't do it of its own. It requires partnership. So cultivating a relationship with the divine is not about God, this far-off thing, doing something and giving us little breadcrumbs whenever it feels like it. It is simply our work, and I feel like that is our purpose in life, is to do this very theme, cultivate the divine connection. And one of the ways that I cultivate my divine connection is trusting love. Trusting love. There's a great lyric from Ricky Byers-Beckwith, a song called Trust Love. Some of you may know it. I'd like to read some of that to you now. Trust love. Trust love. Trust God that love is everywhere. that we are all here to be the perfect receivers of love and perfect givers of love. And love will have the final word. We are here to be givers and receivers of love. And love will have the final word. There's so many ways that I believe we are engaged or invited to trust love. And I've experienced a handful of them, one of them just yesterday. To me, it is one of the most amazing ways to witness others trust love, and that is through marriage. Right? A lot of people step into this thing called marriage thinking that, oh, love is here, so now we can do this thing and it will stay there. But whenever I bring two together in a ceremony, I say, this is just a celebration and an affirmation of what has been. You are now moving forward and being called to activate love on a daily basis. Not because you lust after this person, because they look good, they say the things you like, because guess what? You're going to wake up with them some morning and they're not going to look so good, and they're not going to say the things that you like. It's true. But can love stay active? Can you trust it? Another way that I've been witnessing it personally is through my father. With his battle of cancer, he challenges, having good days and bad days, where it's easy for him to breathe and it's not easy for him to breathe. He just sent out, he's such like this old school formal minister that I love. I'm not that, but I love who he is and what he shares and what he emulates for me. So he has someone who helps him in the office because he doesn't really use computers. So he has someone type up a formal, letter in Word and then have them attach it, and he sends it to the people that he wants. And he basically said in this letter, I have been challenged with my cancer, and just at the end of last month, realized that I'm still having trouble breathing. And it was confirmed that I have radiation pneumonia, this thing that happens post-radiation. And he took a bunch of medicine to help with that, and it alleviated some of the congestion for a while. And then he started having the same symptoms and the problems that he had in the past, where just to get out of the car and walk into the house, he needed to pause to catch his breath. And it was very frustrating. If you have ever met my father or hear me talk about him, or if you have watched me in my life, I emulate him. He is go, be, do. He does not sit. He is constantly going. He's 77 years old and probably runs circles around most millennials in terms of activity and work. And he was frustrated. But then he sent out this letter, and he said, I give all thanks and praise to God for the energy I do have to continue. He retired 5 years ago, but he's an interim pastor. What? So he's still working. And so he literally said, I am trusting this thing. I am trusting even my health situation, that the love of God is manifesting. And I know that it is because I am still here and I'm still moving and I'm still working. Trust love. Do you trust love? Let me ask that question again. Do you trust love? Yes. But we talk about this being a pragmatic spirituality, right? The pragmatism of this is that we aren't solely spiritual beings, right? We are spiritual beings, but then we have this thing, the body, the human experience. That's where the yeah buts live for me. Not just my, but you know what I'm saying. Okay. So here's one of the amazing gifts that we have been given in our consciousness in the mind of God. The power of meaning. We assign meaning to things. That is such a really, if you stop and think about it for a minute, it's a really powerful, powerful thing that I think we take advantage of. Because what I want us to explore today is, do we really reflect on the meaning that we are giving to our life? Do we really reflect on the meaning that we are giving to our love, that we are giving to our trust, that we are giving to God? Oftentimes, we just kind of go through the motions, right? And we go into this autopilot of things mean a certain thing. And we try to maintain them in a certain way. And to me, that's where a lot of strife and struggle happens. So I always like to look at language, look at words. Here are some definitions of love. Love as a noun, an intense feeling or deep affection, or a great interest and pleasure in something. Okay, you can dig it, yeah? But check it out, an intense feeling. Now, I love my wife. I love my dog. I love my parents. I love these shoes. Are my feelings intense 100% of the time? No. So do I love? What is love? So we'll get there. Okay, so then love is a verb. This tripped me out. Love, the feeling of deep romantic or sexual attachment to. And then it's had in parentheses, someone. But then I just thought about it for a minute. What if love was just having deep romantic and sexual attachment to? I just said I love my shoes. Okay. So come back to this idea of meaning. I want you to think about the meaning that you assign to love. These are meanings that we assign to love that are very, very common, that I think all of us would agree upon. But these definitions are okay, but I think they're just limiting. They're not big enough. They are limiting, and they are based upon condition. Here's a definition of love that comes out of the Science of Mind book that I would like for you to entertain. Take this in. Deep breath and out. Those of you digital, don't fall asleep. Stay here. Here we go. Love is the self-givingness of the Spirit through the desire of life to express itself in terms of creation. Ernest Holmes always had a lot of words, so I'm going to read that a couple more times so it gets through the layers. Take a deep breath in. Close your eyes for a second. There's nothing for you to see here, but everything for you to hear. Love is the self-givingness of the Spirit through the desire of life. We can stop there. Love is the self-givingness of the Spirit through the desire of life. Emerson tells us that love is a synonym for God. So love is the self-givingness of the Spirit through the desire of God seeking to express as your life. This is a big definition of love that I think we can embrace and move forward with. But to differentiate between love as a noun and love as a verb, I think is important. Love is something in action, right? When I sit with couples before they come together, there is a wonderful, wonderful practice that comes out of A Course in Miracles. To me, it's one of the most fundamental questions that comes out of that book. What is love calling me to be? What is love calling me to be? If you ask that question of yourself, whether it's times of hardship or times of ease, and you stay obedient and listen to love, it will guide you. But that question is important because it invites us to not sit on our behinds. It invites us to get up and engage. What is love calling me to be? What is love calling me to do? What is love calling me to ask? But the important thing is to ask the question. Love to me simply is connection, but life gives us tons of reasons to disconnect. Love is interconnectedness, but the love of the world, and especially the love of this Western world that we live in, this modern world that we live in, tries to give us reasons that we are not interconnected. It is seeking to prove that we are separate. Because in the separate world, then you have and you don't have. There's good and there's bad. There's the dualism that is the constant struggle that we all face every day. Are you with me? Okay. Most of the time in the world, we are looking for love. I listened to the lyrics of this song. In all the wrong places, looking for love in all the wrong faces. Some of you, depending upon your age, may not know that song. Google it, listen to it. Looking for love in all the wrong places. And most of the places that we are looking for love is outside of our own selves, outside of the current conditions that we live in, outside of what is actually happening right now. To trust love is to be present. Most of the time, we're like, I will love them if, when, right? It doesn't mean that you become a mat on the floor that people can roll over and do and say whatever they want to you. No. But to trust love is to trust the present moment. To trust love is to embrace what is and allow that embracing of the current moment to do something to guide you, right? So if it's a situation that you don't like, if someone's behaving in a way that you don't appreciate, to trust love to either make a choice to move away, to step out of the situation, or to say, hey, I'm not cool with that. This doesn't work for me. Love is not always easy. That's another weird thing that I think the fairy tales have kind of alluded to. Love is challenging. Love is patient, love is kind, but it should also say love is challenging. Love requires you to work out. In that Stevie Wonder tune, all of a sudden you were like, preachers keep on preaching, teachers keep on teaching, trusters keep on trusting. If you are a truster of love, you don't stop. You don't get to some point where all of a sudden you just coast. No, you trust and you trust and you keep on trusting, regardless of what comes up in front of you, regardless of the conditions of your world. Trusters keep on trusting. And whenever we come to the conversation of trust, I always hear the word faith camp out with it, right? Especially in the spiritual context, a lot of us associate trust and faith as synonymous things, which I think they are, but there's a little bit of a different weight to the word faith than trust for me. So a lot of people say, oh, I could trust if I just had enough faith. That is the biggest load of crap in the world. There is no more faith that you can have than what you already have. This is the principle of science of mind, that your attention and your awareness is where you place your attention in awareness. You have 100% faith all the time, all the faith you need. Where are you placing it? Where are you placing it? So I'll ask you again, are you trusting love? I'm not trying to poke holes in that and push you into a place that no, you're not, but I want us to get a little bit humble and to not do the spiritual bypass, to get real frank with ourselves and realize somewhere in our life we are not trusting love. If you were, you probably wouldn't be sitting here or watching this right now because you would be in the flow. I wouldn't be speaking this if I trusted love all the time. I wouldn't need to talk about it. Half the reason that people become ministers is because they need to hear the message and need to speak. Just the reason like psychologists become psychologists because they need to work out their stuff. Right? So I'm going to own up here that I don't trust love 100% of the time. I'm just like everyone else. But here's the truth is I consider myself a truster. Trusters keep on trusting. So that's all I know to do. I keep trusting. I fall down and I get back up and I trust again. I fall down and I get back up and I trust again. That is the thing. This is the activation of love. That is cultivating connection with the divine. The world is going to give you so many reasons to think you aren't connected or you can't be connected or you're not good enough to be connected. No. All you need to do is to plug back in. I mean, technology is such a great metaphor, right? Like these things, we all walk around and take care of them, right? And if the battery runs out, we don't go, oh my God, this thing doesn't work. I have to go to the store and buy a new one. No, there's this great thing called energy that runs around through these little pipes and wires, and we've got these little mechanisms, and we plug into it. And all of a sudden, the connection increases, and all of a sudden, things are functioning again. Bless you. All you need to do is plug back in. But for some reason, we have this equation in our mind that if we are experiencing depletion, if we are experiencing challenge, if we're experiencing hardship, then it's evidence that something isn't working. No, it's just evidence that you're not connected. It's evidence that you're not charged up. It's evidence that you're not in the connection. You're not cultivating the relationship. You've stepped away and gone into a little hermitage and said, none of this works, screw everybody. I'll do it myself. I don't need God. I don't need him. I don't need her. I don't need them. I don't need anything. To plug back in gives us everything. And to keep plugging, to keep plugging, to keep trusting, to keep loving. So to look at the word trust, it's a noun and it's a verb as well. Trust, firm belief in the reliability, truth, ability, or strength of someone or something. So that is like when we are in trust, right? Trust as a verb is to believe in reliability, truth, ability, or strength of. So I read those definitions to invite you into the nuance of the Holy Spirit, the nuance of practice. Notice when you are expecting to be in trust, the noun, that you are in the experience of trust, as opposed to trusting, this activated word, the verb of trust. Because most of the time we're seeking to be in a comfortable space, right? Most of our trust is conditional, just like our love. I will trust them if, when. And if anyone breaks that trust once, watch out. Right? Forget her. Forget them. I'll never trust them again. Never said that? Careful with what you say. So last night I came home from this wedding and I was watching a movie with my wife. What was the question that the guy... Oh, here it said. And it was a romantic comedy. I watch way too many of those. If you want to question love and what it means, just watch them. And at the same time, here's the gift of watching some of those movies, is I believe that all movies speak to the collective conscious, right? This is something that we need to be aware of. We do our own work, but we are a part of a collective. And whether we want to admit it or not, there is something within us that resonates with the vibration of the collective consciousness. So when I watch those romantic comedies, I look at it and sometimes I get really angry. I'm like, that's so stupid. But I'm like, dude, why is that activating you so much? If it didn't activate you, then, whatever. The reason it's activating you is because it's in you. You believe it on some level. So check yourself. So here is a phrase that just kind of like poked my button. The guy said, nothing lasts forever, especially not love. Take that in for a minute. Like, you've heard that before, right? So intellectually, Part of you is going, no, that is not correct. I am a spiritual being that believes in love eternal. God is all that there is. I am God. I am love. Therefore, love is everlasting. Yes, that is a principle. That is great intellect. But drop into your heart for a second. Take a deep breath in. Uncross your arms, uncross your legs, and get vulnerable with yourself and feel this phrase. Nothing lasts forever, especially not love. How much of that do you believe? Just feel it. This is not about making you right or wrong, finding fault. Just see, maybe put yourself on a 10-point scale. 10 is 100%. You believe that that is the truth of love. Nothing lasts forever, especially not love. 0 is there's no part of you that has any resonance or vibration to that. Just calibrate it for a second. Take a deep breath in and feel that. Keep your eyes closed, so this is about you. Is there anyone who feels they are at 0? Open your eyes. What I want you to walk away today with is not a heaviness of like, oh my God, I don't trust love. I want you to walk away with an awareness and a bit of a sobriety about your relationship to trust and love. And most importantly, the trust of love in yourself and of God. Because one of the most important things that you can do is become aware of what you believe. When I first started this journey years and years ago with Mark Anthony in a storefront, reading The Science of Mind, I was so angry at God. I was literally at the point where I wanted to throw things, right? When I'm in my most base self, one of the ways I express that is I want to throw and kick. I'm a lover, not a fighter, but when I get angry with myself and I get angry with God, there's a violence inside of me that I have to embrace and realize that's there. I was at that point. I didn't trust God. Are you kidding me? I had a laundry list of ways and reasons and why that I could never do that. But then I realized I had to recalibrate, requalify my understanding of who God was and is. But I could only do that in that moment of getting really clear with what it was that I actually believed about love, what I actually believed about God. And once I did, and once I redefined it, then I could start placing my trust. I could place my consciousness. I could place my awareness in something that I actually wanted and believed in, as opposed to something I thought it was an idea that someone told me. Does that make sense? So we're going to end with a slight meditation into a moment of prayer. But here are 2 practices that I invite you to embrace this week. The first is the question, what is love calling me to be? When you find yourself in a moment of indecision, when you find yourself in a moment of uncertainty or lack of clarity, when you find yourself in a moment of where you've become aware of yourself on that 10-point scale, that maybe you are veering away from 100% trust in love, then just ask yourself the question, what is love calling me to be? Asking that question opens you up. It makes you available to love expressing that divine, the definition from the Science of Mind. It opens you up to the self-givingness of spirit. The other is a specific type of meditation that I love that comes out of the Buddhist tradition called loving kindness. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May I be peaceful and at ease, and may I be happy. To say that to yourself over and over again in meditation, that's cultivating a relationship with the divine. To offer that same phrase to someone else in your life, may you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be peaceful and at ease, and may you be happy. To offer that to someone, it's not only giving it away, but you're actually kind of refilling yourself. You're making more space for love to flow in. You're making way for you to be a channel. Make me an instrument of thy peace and thy love. So question, and then make a statement. Question, what is love calling me to be? And then just declare. May I be filled with loving kindness. May you be filled with loving kindness. May we be filled with loving kindness. May we be well. And see how that practice, that exercise, activates love, takes it out of it being a static state, a notion, an intellectual idea, and actually welcoming it into a movement in your world. Yes? Okay. So let us turn into a moment of prayer. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, I invite you to bring one of your hands to the center of your chest, connect to that physical space that we associate with love. And I'll bring the reading forward that John so eloquently read at the beginning of service. This comes out of Ernest Holmes' 365 Days Science of Mind, a year of daily wisdom. And as I read these words, allow me to be your voice, a trusting voice, a trusting love voice. I believe that love is at the center of everything. Therefore, I accept love as the healing power of life. I permit love to reach out from me to every person I meet. I believe that love is returned to me from every person I meet. I trust the guidance of love because I believe it is the power of God in the universe. I feel that love is flowing through me to heal every situation I meet, to help every person I'm in contact with. Love opens the way before me and makes it perfect, straight, and glad. Love forgives everything unlike itself. It purifies everything. Love converts everything that seems commonplace into that which is wonderful. Love converts weakness into strength, fear into faith. Love. And simply let love not only move in your heart, but feel it in your body. What does love feel like in your body right now? And so we bless this feeling of love. We bless the notion of love. We bless the awareness of our relationship with love, our relationship with God, and know that it is a perfect one, that it has gotten us to this point here and now. But we are here to cultivate our relationship with the divine. This is an ever-going and on journey onward into greater and greater revelation, greater and greater understanding, greater and greater practice. And so I bless the practice for all of us this week as we ask, what is love calling us to be? And as we practice receiving love and being the perfect givers of love. And so we let love have the final word. And so it is. May you have a wonderful week. Peace and blessings.
As usual, you got me. You got me. Wow. Ooh, I'm filled up. I don't know about you, but this is great. Before I start in about our offering, I just want to point out something that we've started today. You'll notice maybe over there, no, don't turn all at once, but we have one of our practitioners / minister doing what we call vigil or high watch. And what Judy is doing is she is holding the consciousness of this service. She is uplifting everyone in the room by her prayer, by her thought. So this puts a very nice, kind of like an energy of prayer in the room. It brings spirit in. And there is such a calm with this. I've done high watch vigil many times. Personally, it's wonderful because I leave in a different state of mind than when I came in. So just know that that's going to continue, and we are grateful that Reverend Judy is kicking us off with that. Cityside is a community-supported organization, and each week we practice conscious giving to support Cityside in creating the space and experience of us coming together in community. So I support Cityside because I love our musicians. Bobby, this wonderful pianist we have. Greg, we have so many things that we can offer then and make the experience for you that much better. Besides, I love to give release. It goes out in the world to do its fine and perfect work, and so it is. So we have a ritual that we do here. So just close your eyes for a minute before we get into actually putting our gift or texting. What happened this week that you were grateful for? Maybe you got some unexpected support. There was an event that happened. Just bless that right now. And know that it was wonderful because it lifted you up in some way. So I invite you now to just take your gift and put it close to your heart. And we'll say our giving affirmation, which is in your handout. And it starts, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, all that I receive, and all that I am. Thank you for supporting our wonderful community.
Loving Spirit dwells in me. This is my divinity. Is within, so without. All I need is here and now. Where there's fear, let me love. May I have no fear. All the power, all the glory, I surrender, let it be. Loving Spirit dwells in me, now and evermore, now and evermore.
Thank you, Bobby. Thank you, Greg. Lovely. We so appreciate our volunteers, and every Sunday we have a team that is in motion from the time we hit the door, and we have fun, and we talk, and we share, and so today we had Lucy, and Amy, and Bobby, and Peter, and Connie, and who else? Russ, Keith, John, Judy, Jeffrey. I mean, we have fun when we come in. So we want more people to come with us. We want to play with more people. So today I have made little sign-up sheets outside and designating our areas of volunteer. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail right now. Just come and see me after service, because we hit the doors here about 9 o'clock, or between 9 and 9:30, and we just get this going. And it's great to share with people. That's why I like to volunteer, because volunteering is a ministry, and it's a way of giving back. So that's what really excites me, and I get really passionate. I could talk forever about my volunteering, but I'm passionate about it because I love people and I love to talk and share and find out what's going on. So if that appeals to you, you're one of us. Yes. If you are here for the first time, we want to thank you for blessing us with your presence. So we want you to visit our welcome table outside of the room, fill out our information card so we can stay in touch with you. And if you have any questions about Cityside or what we are about, or please feel free to see me or any one of the leadership. We also have membership forms out on the welcome table. So if you're interested in becoming a member, you can complete one of those forms. Let's see. Stay after service, have a little coffee. We got cider today. We've got little goodies. And we would also encourage everybody to join our Facebook group because that's different from our Facebook page. The Facebook group allows us to be in communication with each other during the week and to stay connected with each other. Our October theme, as you know, is Cultivating the Divine. So we have upcoming speakers, Reverend Amy, Russ, and Angie. Yes. Now, speaking of Angie, would you come up here and talk to us about the fundraiser? All right.
Good morning, Cityside. How are you today? How many know that we're doing a fundraiser November 1st? Few people? Okay. How many have heard of Levi Christ? Tony Award winner? Okay. How many know that this is a special opportunity for Sunnyside? 2 hands up. So I have this story. My girlfriend said, when you have a chance to take a selfie with Prince, you take the selfie. We have a unique opportunity to have a Tony Award winner who is amazing in his own right be here with us basically for nothing. It is to benefit Cityside. How many are benefited by Cityside? How many love this community? How many know that we need to sow a seed? Does everybody know what that means? We're planting seeds for the future. And in order to do that, we live in a world we gotta have some funds, right? We got new chairs. Amy just ordered new chairs. Every chair has a cushion now. That doesn't just happen. You guys make that happen. So here's your charge. Everybody here, I need them to buy 1 ticket, right? And invite 1 friend. If we all do that, guess what? We're sold out. Guess what? It's a magical evening. My girlfriend calls it an eargasm. She's like, that is a beautiful thing for your ears, right? Come and enjoy and celebrate with us. Also, our founder, Mark Anthony Lord, bought 2 tickets, and he donated them. So starting next week, you will have an opportunity to win 1 VIP ticket. There'll be 2 prizes for $10. We are holding a special raffle. So be here, be present. Live streamers, if you are in the Chicagoland area, I want to see your butts in the seat November 1st. This is an amazing opportunity. How many are going to be with me November 1st? Hands up, hands up. Yes. So thank you, Cityside. There will be more. There's a special announcement coming from Levi next week. So we are just grateful. Thank you. Yes, questions? When is it? November 1st. November 1st, Friday, November 1st at Center on Halsted. Okay? The VIP is a meet and greet with the artists. The tickets are a little bit more expensive because you get a reception with libations. You get to hang out and kind of mix and mingle. You can get a selfie with Levi Christ. When you have a chance to say, take a selfie with Levi Christ, you take the selfie, okay? It's so worth it. We need you to spread the message on your social media pages. You can grab all the images from our page, Cityside. Please get the word out. Let's sell this thing out. Let's have an amazing time. Let's plant a seed and reap the harvest. Yes, sir. Go on YouTube. If you don't know who he is, we tried to. Oh, yeah, he has a new song called 3 Words, which is amazing, and is R&B filled with a whole bunch of yumminess. So thank you. Thank you,
I'm excited. I can't wait. All right. So don't leave here today with anything heavy on your heart, or if you want to express thankfulness for something, that's another way. We have Judy and John on duty for prayer, and they will, sit with you and listen and pray. Also, we have a prayer box in the back where you can actually write out a prayer request. And so let's move into our closing song.
Everyone stand and let's sing this service out. I am listening to the music of the Holy Spirit. Oh, what a song God singing. I would listen all day long. I will listen all day long. Oh yeah, hey ya.
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 Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Oh yeah, hey ya.
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 Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Oh yeah, hey ya.
Oh yeah, hey ya.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Oh yeah, hey ya.
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 Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Oh yeah, hey ya.
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 Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Oh yeah, hey ya.
Oh yeah, hey ya.
Hallelujah.
Is it on? I just wanted to announce, if you're staying for prayer, if you want prayer, it's being offered over here in what we call the green room. There's a sign. So, yes, so just come over by the green room. Thank you.